Hey guys, here we go with another update on the build of the Storm Eagle, and yeah, we're starting to get a little bit further with this now, which is really good. As you can see, things are kind of boxed in here right now. It's not all glued, but it's starting to take shape, and there's a little bit of the ultramarines blue there. I figured that as I was doing a bit of a base coat, I'd put some blue in there just to appease the machine spirit. So yeah, let me just break some things down and I'll show you how things are going. So looking at the front there, the cockpit, you can see that we have the pilot there, and again none of this is really sort of glued right now at this stage. So the canopy part comes off there, and I'll give you a close-up of the pilot and all of the detail that is not going to be seen when the canopy is actually on. But you know, it's one of those things of a little bit of personal pride in that I know that it's in there, so I'm quite happy doing the detail. So those parts aren't really glued in there right now. The seat part comes out at the moment. Right, so the first part of disassembly, this section here is pinned into the back section there, just for part of the dry fitting process which I was doing. So I'm going to unhook that, and this part slides out. Got the pins there at the back, and pop that there. Looks like the glue hasn't taken in some parts here. Now this part is actually glued. I have gone in and painted the interior. As I was showing you before, we've got the interior monitors. It'd be easier if I was moving the camera around rather than the model, but never mind. All the interior monitors go around to the side. Can't really see too well there. You can see just some of the paneling has been done. In the back, let's go about it this way. I've done the lights in the top rear section there. This is going to have the hatch that goes over there. I'm still got to work out how that's all going to fit. But yeah, the interior parts pretty much all been painted up, and so I felt comfortable at that stage to glue the main sections back there. And just looks like the bulkhead's not quite as solidly connected as it could be, so I might have to just get in there and give it a little bit of a glue. But as far as it stands, that's all solid. I've just got the one thruster in there at the moment just as a test fit, and I'm just working on the covers there. I was showing those off before, and they will slot in over the thrusters like so. I might not even have to glue those in, actually. That fits in quite solid, so if I need to get to the thrusters for anything. Anyway, so those parts go there. I have the ramp section, which I've painted up. Just going to add some highlighting to the little lights down there. I might have to do a little bit of trimming, a little bit of cleaning up, because it doesn't, after all that, the ramp section's not fitting too well. Might have to cut it down or do something. Obviously it needs to fit squarely in there, and it's just, I don't know, something has bowed or flexed or not quite gone together as I would have liked in the gluing stage, so I might just have to cut some of the ramp part down to get it to fit in there, because it's got magnets, as I had said, and I'm not sure what's quite gone wrong there, but it's going to take a little bit of work, not too much, just to fix up. So this back section This is where the engines and the wings will fit on. I'm going to get a bit more work test fitting those further down the track, but I'm just really enjoying having this together now in one piece. And like I said, I kind of got a little bit carried away and just did a base coat of the blue there that I'm going to use tidy up the details. It just helped me visualize it or feel it a little bit better, and just appease the machine spirit of this Storm Eagle that's going together. So, you know, it's been a real slog to get this far, just getting everything fit together, and honestly getting this canopy part in and glued correctly is still going to be a bit of work. There's a lot of parts that are going to rub up against each other, that are going to have to be pressed in, adjusted, fitted, held in, and then there's still going to need to be some work done on the front because it doesn't quite fit flush yet. But anyway, that's you know, for another day. For the moment, I'm just really thrilled to sort of have things together before I end up doing too much more work or adding any more paint. I'm going to have to get the engines sorted out. These big blocks of resin here for the engines, and they go this way, I want to say. They're hexagonal, so there's quite a few different edges to deal with. But I think they go on. Oh wait, now I've confused myself. Something like that. Yeah, like that. And so what I'll do is I'll pin these as well, if for no other reason than to remind me which way they actually go in, but for the purposes of stability, because you're going to have the wings hanging off these, and I would rather have a secure connection. So that's what I'm going to do. This is still all going to be cleaned up. Prime that up separately, connect them all up. So yeah, getting there. The side doors, they will just hook in there. What I did on my Land Raider was I cut some channels in the parts of the doors here, just along the sides, and I pinned it in such a way that these were actually workable as doors on the Land Raider, that they would actually fold out. Not sure if I'm going to do that on here. I'd like to, just to have that extra stuff in there. I wonder if a very small magnet would fit. I do have these very small, very fine rare earth magnets, but I think they're going to be a bit big. Maybe. I don't know. They might work with a little bit of finagling. I'll have to play around with that. If you're going to be magnetizing and playing around on a model, this is the type of model to do it. Nice big sturdy model to play around with. That could work, actually. I might be able to find a way to get that. Even if I cut along this section here, where the hinges hook in there, I can cut out those parts there and have the magnets there. Have it swiveling. Interesting. I'll have to have a play around with that. Like I said, a lot of this has just been focusing on getting the fit together. Went into the Games Workshop the other day, picked up some paints, just some replacement paints, and had mentioned to the staff member there that I was working on a Storm Eagle, and he, yes, had also heard that it was a bit of a pain in the butt to put together. So far it seems like everyone has mixed feelings about this particular mold, and it's just such a shame. Like, if they ever did this in plastic, I think it would, I don't know, or maybe just even with the side sections, have them done in two pieces or something, because having them in such long sections just really made it hard. However, that is a situation and speculation for another time. But yeah, no, it's going well. I'm quite happy to say that it's starting to go pretty well now, and I can start to look ahead and see what the next few stages are going to be. Probably paint up this hatch and pop that there. I was kind of hoping I'd be able to get a turret from the Storm Raven kit, because that comes with the twin linked las, I think, and plasma cannons. I was kind of hoping that I would be able to have that with this, so I could proxy it as a Storm Raven in games if I needed to, because I mainly bought this because I just didn't like the Storm Raven kit. It was too stumpy. Maybe eBay will be my stop to get a turret for that. But nonetheless, starting to come together and look pretty good. I'm really pleased with how the cockpit sections turned out, and the Tech Marine pilot there. It's just nice to get some of those details in, and I think if I had have focused on just all of the assembly and not doing any sort of painting, I think I would have gone crazy. Just having some painting there to relax with and do, and sort of let my brain think about the rest of the things sort of in the background while I was doing that, makes a big difference. Just having a little bit of finished product there just to keep you going. Otherwise, if you have just this pile of bits everywhere, just rather uninspiring. So getting that part done, I think, has helped sort of push me through this low spell, getting through that. Can't wait to get in there and get this all painted up and done. But anyway, getting ahead of myself. I've still got a bit of work to do to make sure everything's all lined up properly and set to go, because once this is together now, so there's no taking this apart to get in and do the details. Oops, rain down. So yeah, really pleased with finally getting through some of this stuff. So there we go, that's what I've got up to so far, and yeah, hopefully I'll get a bit more done the rest of the weekend and start working on those engines and wing bits. So cool, pretty happy with how we're going there. So you guys take it easy, and I will keep you updated. Catch you next time.